Listen closely, because what I'm about to tell you is not a story. It's a psychological reset. This is how Si-eun, a boy who got beat up every single day, still managed to top his entire class. And if you understand the real reason behind it, you will never study the same way again. Most students fail because they think they need the perfect environment, perfect motivation, or perfect confidence to study. Si-eun had none of that. His reality was the opposite: fear, humiliation, and constant pressure. But instead of letting it destroy him, Si-eun did something most people never learn to do. He turned his pain into focus. While everyone else was wasting energy on overthinking, distractions, gossip, ego, and comfort, Si-eun conserved every drop of mental energy he had. He didn't obsess over looking smart. He didn't chase attention. He didn't dream about balancing life. He didn't even try to feel motivated. He simply made one silent decision. If the world is going to attack me, then I will make my mind stronger than the world. And that single decision changed everything. Studying stopped being a boring task. It became his escape, his protection, his weapon. Every page he read, every formula he understood, every chapter he memorized, it wasn't for marks. It was for freedom. Freedom from fear. Freedom from weakness. Freedom from being controlled by anyone. That is why he focused harder. That is why he learned faster. That is why his brain remembered everything. Because he wasn't studying casually like everyone else. He was studying with survival-level intensity. And here's the part people don't want to admit. You don't rise because life gets easier. You rise when you decide to get sharper than your circumstances. This is why Si-eun topped his class. Not because he was a genius, not because he had talent, but because he refused to stay weak. And if you let this mindset sink into your mind, even for the next few minutes, your entire relationship with studying will shift. You'll stop waiting for the perfect mood. You'll stop getting distracted. You'll stop making excuses. Because once you understand that studying is power, studying is protection, studying is control over your own life, you become unstoppable. This is Si-eun's genius study plan. The plan of someone who had no choice but to rise. 1. The pain to focus shift. Si-eun didn't wait for peace or comfort to study. He used discomfort as fuel. The more chaotic his life got, the more he retreated into studying, because it was the one place he had total control. Instead of running from pain, he converted it directly into focus, like pressure turning coal into diamond. 2. The one-goal rule. While everyone chased multiple tasks, habits, and productivity hacks, Si-eun had one goal: rank number 1. He didn't divide his attention across a dozen ambitions. He pointed his entire mind like a laser at a single target. One target, zero confusion, maximum speed. 3. The silent study strategy. Si-eun didn't talk about his goals. He didn't tell classmates he was studying. He didn't brag, complain, or seek validation. Silence gave him two advantages: no pressure from others, and no energy wasted explaining himself. Silence protected his focus like armor. 4. The small wins stack method. He didn't study huge chapters in one go. Instead, he broke everything into tiny chunks. One formula, one paragraph, one definition. Each small win boosted his confidence, kept his brain engaged, and built unstoppable momentum, chapter by chapter. 5. The slow to fast learning curve. Most students rush at the start and burn out. Si-eun did the opposite. He learned slowly at first, making sure every concept was solid. Once the foundation was unshakable, his speed doubled naturally. Slow is smooth, and smooth becomes fast. 6. The no emotion, just execution rule. Si-eun didn't ask himself, "Do I feel like studying?" He removed emotions from the process. He treated studying like breathing, something you just do, no debate, no drama. This killed procrastination instantly because feelings no longer controlled his actions. 7. The memory echo technique. Every night, he reviewed his notes for just 10 minutes, but with complete intensity. This created a memory echo where his brain replayed the content automatically even while he slept. This is why he remembered everything without hours of revision. 8. The fear focus loop. Si-eun transformed fear into discipline. That fear of staying weak, staying powerless, staying stuck, that became his engine. Every time he felt scared, he didn't freeze, he focused harder. Fear sharpened him instead of stopping him. 9. The paper-first study habit. Before opening books, he used blank paper. He wrote everything he remembered about a topic first. This exposed his weaknesses instantly and forced his brain to work harder. Then, when he studied the chapter, everything stuck because his mind was already activated. 10. The no fancy tools rule. Si-eun didn't use apps, planners, or aesthetic notes. He kept everything simple: a pen, a notebook, a textbook. No distractions disguised as productivity. 11. The laser-blocked environment. He eliminated only one thing while studying: people. No gossip, no noise, no social pressure. He didn't need expensive setups or a perfect desk, just isolation. Focus doesn't require perfection, it requires protection. 12. The study to escape, not to impress mindset. Si-eun never studied for teachers, for ranks, or for praise. He studied to escape the version of himself trapped in fear. This transformed studying from a burden into a doorway. And that's why he never burned out. His reason was bigger than the exams. 13. The brutal honesty check. Every week, Si-eun asked himself one question: if exams were tomorrow, how screwed would I be? No sugarcoating, no excuses. This self-check forced him to improve before reality forced him to fail. Brutal honesty sharpened his intelligence. 14. The non-stop curiosity engine. Si-eun never memorized without understanding. When something confused him, he didn't skip it, he attacked it. Curiosity made the hardest topics feel like puzzles instead of problems. This is why he learned faster than people who blindly memorized. 15. The final 1% rule. Right before finishing a study session, he always pushed for 1% more. One extra line, one extra question, one extra doubt cleared. This tiny habit compounded into massive mastery. That final 1% is what made him go from smart to rank 1. And that is the uncomfortable truth behind Si-eun's rise. A kid who had every reason to quit simply didn't. A kid who was beaten, isolated, and ignored still found a way to rise above everyone who lived more comfortably than him. Now, the real question is not how he did it. You already know that. The real question is this: what are you going to do with this information? Because right now, in this exact moment, you have two choices. 1. Close this video and continue life the same way. Or 2. Decide that your pain, your stress, your fear will become your weapon, just like Si-eun did. So tell me in the comments, which part of Si-eun's study plan hit you the hardest? Which rule are you going to use today? Not tomorrow, not someday, today. I'm going to reply to the comments that feel the most honest and powerful. Because when you comment, something happens inside you. You're no longer a spectator. You become someone who has made a decision. And decisions create discipline. Now let me give you a challenge. Not a casual one, a real one. The 500 subscriber challenge. If you felt even a spark of clarity in this video, if your mindset shifted even by 1%, if a single line made you sit up and think, then don't leave quietly. Subscribe right now and be one of the first 500 people who are actually choosing to transform their mind. Not the crowd, not the complainers, not the ones who watch 1,000 videos and change nothing. The 500 who take action. Hit subscribe, join the first 500, be part of the group that refuses to stay weak. Because the next video on this channel won't just motivate you, it will rewire your brain the way Si-eun rewired his. And trust me, you do not want to miss that. See you in the next one. And remember, your focus is your revenge. Your discipline is your power. Your mind is your only real freedom.